Hall, open three. Oh, what a sight for Lexie Hall. She has needed that one to drop.
Caitlin Clark's reaction to Lexie Hull's shot says everything. She's watching from the sidelines as her teammate finally breaks her shooting slump with a three-pointer. But that's just the beginning of what became one of the most dominant performances by the Indiana Fever this season. Without their star player and without any true point guards, this team was supposed to struggle. Instead, they delivered a masterclass in resilience that has playoff implications written all over it. The Chicago Sky never knew what hit them. Comment Fever Show down below to show your support for Lexie and the Fever. Let's go.
We're back home, baby. Let's go. Back in the W column. Well, I got your challenge. That's a big job, baby. Point guard. Big dub.
Picture the Fever's worst nightmare coming true. Back-to-back losses that nobody saw coming. The team was riding high after dominating teams during the start of their West Coast road trip. Then Phoenix and Los Angeles knocked them down hard. These weren't just regular losses. These were the kind of defeats that make you question everything about your playoff chances.
Obviously we lost our last two, but I don't know, that LA one felt good for us because we didn't quit. And then, life happened the other night at the Valley, so we could have looked at it like, oh, woe is me, and, we don't have enough players, and we didn't. So shout out to our group for just staying confident and staying ready because, it's a professional league and we have to be ready and we can't make too many excuses about it because no one's going to hand us anything. So we might as well look at it for what it is and keep showing up.
The team was already dealing with Caitlin Clark being out since July 15th with quad and groin injuries. No timeline for her return, but then things got so much worse during that Phoenix game. Sydney Colson went down with an ACL tear in her left knee during the first quarter. You could see it happen in real time. Her season was over just like that.
Tonight?
Unbelievably proud. I think this is the most resilient team I've ever been a part of, and I say that wholeheartedly. We've had a lot of mishap happen throughout the course of the season. I think throughout the course of it all, we've stayed resilient, and you guys get to see us at our best when we stay together and be resilient. So shout out to my girls tonight because I think it took everybody. Everyone played a piece. Played a role, and I think that's how we got the dub.
But here's where it gets really devastating. Ari McDonald broke a bone in her right foot during the fourth quarter of that same game. 2 point guards. Same game. Season-ending injuries for both of them. The roster was completely empty at the point guard position. Let's talk about what this actually means. No team in the WNBA wants to face a game without their floor general. But losing your backup too? And the backup to the backup? That's basketball nightmare territory.
I mean, you guys are unfortunately kind of familiar with injury updates this season, but I imagine yesterday's was probably pretty tough. Just what's the reaction been from you guys, the players, the coaches, to losing Sid and Ari?
Yeah, I mean, first and foremost, just brokenhearted for them. They're two really good people that you hate to see this happen to. They've been an integral part of what we've been doing, and so hate it for them. Unfortunately, it's part of the deal, and we've got to roll with it. And we've got players in that locker room who believe in one another. Players in that locker room who are as competitive as all get out. We've got versatility, and it's going to have to be on full display. So I think now it's about playing to honor them, right, and playing for them.
Coach Stephanie White had to figure out rotations on the fly. She talked about using a by committee approach to running the offense. That's coach speak for, we have no idea what we're doing.
This means you don't have any healthy point guards and you're not able to sign anyone for tonight's game. Just for tonight specifically, what is your plan kind of running point?
We'll have to do it by committee, certainly. I mean, we've been utilizing AB to initiate offense throughout the course of the season, so we'll use her, continue to use her. Sophie, at times this season, particularly early, ran some of the point for us as well. So we'll utilize her and Kelsey can initiate offense too. So I think the most important thing is that we aren't going to be able to do every play in our arsenal. We'll have to play a big lineup. We'll have to simplify. But we've got players who are capable of getting us into offense, and we'll utilize them in such a way.
Fans started questioning if this team could handle real adversity. The front office couldn't even make trades because the deadline had passed. They were stuck with what they had. Chicago Sky probably thought they were catching Indiana at the perfect time. Wounded, desperate, and missing their biggest star. The Sky had lost to the Fever every single time they played this season. This looked like their chance to finally get revenge. But here's what the Sky didn't know about this Fever team. They've been building something special all season long. This wasn't going to be another collapse story. This was about to become a masterclass in team basketball and pure grit. The stage was set for someone unexpected to step up and change everything.
Williams gonna have to hurry. Off the dribble, rolls out. Oh, open three. Oh, what a sight for Lexie Hull. She has needed that one to drop.
Lexie Hull catching fire.
Now Chicago just needs to get it a little bit more settled here in the half court. Nurse loses it. Mitchell 2-on-1. It's a foot race. Mitchell to Cunningham. Cunningham right there for two more.
Lexie Hull had been trapped in her own head for weeks. Shot after shot clanked off the rim while her confidence crumbled. This wasn't just a bad game or two. Hull was going through the worst shooting slump of her professional career. She went 2 for 25 from beyond the arc over the last 2 weeks, leading up to this Chicago game. Her mother hadn't seen her daughter make a three-pointer since August 1st against Dallas.
What was kind of the last month like? How do you stay out of your head or listen to the right people? What is that balance like? As you know what you need to do. Take us kind of what's that like?
Yeah, I mean, I think for me, it's focusing on doing the right thing, taking the right shots, being in the right place, focusing less on the outcome of things. Missed shots happen. It's going to happen in everyone's career. And to just really focus on getting the next good one. I think that's the whole mindset, and we know we have confidence in every single person on every shot that they take. So, it's just keep shooting.
Hull's shooting struggles had reached painful levels. She was missing open looks that she normally drains with ease. You could see her hesitating on shots she used to take without thinking twice. Her natural shooting stroke was being replaced by doubt. Every missed three-pointer added more pressure. She was creating a mental prison where overthinking took over instincts.
And then Lexie, what was it like to finally break out of that slump, and especially on a night when when they needed you to?
Yeah, I mean, it feels good. It feels good to see the ball go through the net. But I think, every game, regardless, you're making shots, you're not, it feels really, really good to have your teammates behind you. And I definitely feel that every day. And it's fun. It was fun today to get to celebrate some of those.
The Phoenix game showed just how bad things had gotten. Hull went 1 for 11 from the field and 0 for 8 from three-point range. 2 points total. Arguably her worst offensive showing of the season. Her teammate Kelsey Mitchell had an emotional moment with Hull after that game. She told Hull she was going to count on her for what she brings to the table every night.
Oh, open three. Oh, what a sight for Lexie Hull. She has needed that one to drop.
Hull benches up. Caitlin Clark with a big grin.
Then came the moment that changed everything against Chicago. Hull stepped into her first three-point attempt with Caitlin Clark watching from the bench. The ball left her hands with that familiar rotation. It arced through the air and swished through the net. Clark jumped up in pure joy from the sideline. You could see her celebrating like she had just made the shot herself.
Again, no Sydney Colson out for the year with the ACL tear. Lexie Hull, though, the bucket and the foul. He's dealt with so much scoring adversity lately.
Yeah, terrific baseline execution. She comes off the curl. Tell you what, this Fever team is going to be very dangerous, no matter the roster.
Oh, Lexie Hull! Heat checking her napalm era right now.
That single shot broke the dam. Hull's confidence came flooding back as she started hunting for her next opportunity to shoot. She finished 4 for 6 from three-point range. But the statistical story doesn't capture the real story. You were watching a player rediscover her identity in real time. Hull was moving without the ball again. She was making the right reads and playing with freedom.
Lexie, that final three-pointer kind of felt like the perfect end of that night. Just if you could just talk to me about the celebration, how much of a relief that was for you, just kind of to punctuate it like that.
I mean, it's fun. The crowd was behind us today. It's fun to walk out of the gym on a high note and on a make. And I saw the time going down, so I was trying to pull out my inner Kelsey Mitchell.
Hull's plus 22 rating showed her impact went way beyond just scoring. 17 points and a season-high performance proved that sometimes all it takes is one shot to change everything. Her teammates celebrated every make. Aaliyah Boston threw up the three-point sign with both hands. Sophie Cunningham wrapped Hull in a hug. Chicago had no idea they were about to witness a complete team demolition.
Crazy that I'm like, when the song comes on, just like it's all there. Like, you just gotta believe it, and I think Lexie knows that we believe in her. Our last game in Phoenix, I think we all were just a bit emotional about everything, and I think me and Lexie had an emotional moment because, no one shot well, and I want her to know that we gonna count on her for, what she brings to the table every night, and I'm gonna always stand by my teammates, so you never have to worry about that.
Kelsey Mitchell had never been asked to run an entire offense before during her WNBA career. But desperate times call for desperate measures. Mitchell built her reputation as a pure scorer. She averaged career highs in points, but minimal assists throughout her career. This was a player who lived to put the ball in the basket.
Yeah, Kelsey, you obviously had to play out of position tonight, kind of filling that point. You had a season high 8 assists. Just how did you try to embrace that for this game and kind of?
Oh man, I haven't played point guard. I was telling the girls I haven't played point guard maybe since college, and so that was different. But I think it brings out the vulnerable side of me, the leadership in which I need to keep getting better at and keep growing at. I think being in this PG position kind of helps with that. And I think I believe in my team. So seeing my assists, go up is just because of these girls. We have an unbelievable chemistry when it comes to, seeing and reading each other. So I think they made me look good tonight.
Playing point guard means sacrificing your own shot attempts to set up teammates. That goes against every instinct Mitchell has developed over 7 seasons in the league. Coach Stephanie White mentioned that Mitchell had initiated offense at times during the season, alongside Aaliyah Boston and Sophie Cunningham. But running the show full-time, that was completely different territory.
Just to add to that, I think Kelsey's not giving herself enough credit. Her and Sophie putting themselves before the team, making sure that they're sacrificing, playing out of position, doing things that they don't normally do, maybe uncomfortable, but I think they both really did a great job of sacrificing in those moments and doing what the team needed to do.
My girl, sexy Lexie.
The first few possessions showed the adjustment period. Mitchell had to completely rewire her basketball brain in real time. You could see her fighting her natural scorer's instincts. She was used to looking for her own shot first. Now she had to survey the entire floor and find the best option for her teammates.
Coming off the screen, trying to create some separation. Dumps it up to Boston. It trickles in.
But then something clicked. Mitchell started seeing the floor differently. She was finding passing lanes she never noticed as a shooting guard. Her court vision opened up as she began threading passes through tight windows. She was setting up easy baskets for her teammates with passes that surprised even them.
More settled here in the half court. Nurse loses it. Mitchell 2-on-1. It's a foot race. Mitchell to Cunningham. Cunningham right there for 2 more.
The transformation was remarkable. Mitchell wasn't just managing the offense. She was conducting it like a seasoned floor general. White had said they would have to simplify their plays and utilize a bigger lineup. But Mitchell was making it look anything but simple.
Cunningham thought about it this time, puts it on the deck. A deflection, bodies flying to the floor. Mitchell controls, 8 to shoot. Mitchell, hesitation in the paint. The floater off the window.
And here is Kelsey Mitchell getting downhill. Little sidestep into the floater.
Pivoting, pirouetting, tough shot, well defended. Mitchell trying to attack Allen. Step back tray. Mitchell buries it.
Chicago's defense had no answer for Mitchell's dual threat ability. They couldn't decide whether to stop her shot or her passing. Every time they committed to one thing, she did the other. When they played her for the pass, she scored. When they focused on her scoring, she found the open teammate.
It's now Van Lith on the island. Mitchell trying to create a little separation. Oh, the hezzy and the scoop off the window. Kelsey Mitchell.
Can't guard her off the bounce. The hezzy, the floater, the kiss off the glass.
Parades the baseline back up top. Working again. Westbelt. Step back 3. Rolls it in. And that is a long 2 this time.
Mitchell finished with a season high in assists. This proved that great players find ways to impact winning no matter what position they play. She had completely reinvented her game in one night. Her teammates were getting better looks than they had in weeks. But the real fireworks were just getting started on the other side of the court. Picture this team once the playoffs come along. They have resilience under their belt. They have gritty games that tested their character. And they'll have Clark back in the lineup ready to dominate. This victory without their superstar proves the Fever have built something deeper than just one player carrying the load. While other teams rely on individual talent, the Fever are developing the kind of chemistry that wins championships. Coach Stephanie White emphasized the importance of bringing in quality human beings who want to pull for one another. That team-first mentality shows up in moments like this. When Hull was struggling with her shot, her teammates kept finding her. When Mitchell had to play out of position, everyone adjusted their roles.
Kelsey obviously had to play out of position tonight. She had a season-high 8 assists. Just how did you see her embrace having to do that, embrace having to do like what the team needed tonight?
Yeah, I mean, that's who she is. She just wants to play. And, I felt like we did a good job of still getting her the ball in positions that she had been getting the ball. We just tried to do it, a little bit more often and try to get it a little bit more in flow. And she let the game come to her. Her decision making has been really good. She had those 8 assists and only 1 turnover. Her shot making was really good, as it always is, and we know that she's going to create a lot of gravity because of what she does on the offensive end. And she did a really good job of picking her moments and finding her teammates when she needed to.
Hull's confidence is back after breaking out of her shooting slump. Mitchell has unlocked a new dimension to her game as a facilitator. Boston continues anchoring everything in the paint with her steady presence. These aren't just individual improvements. This is a supporting cast around Clark that's no longer just role players. They're legitimate weapons who can take over games when needed.
She is her own worst critic. She's a perfectionist. She wants everything to go right all the time. And, it was nice to see the ball go through the net for her and for her to play with such confidence. I mean, for us, we believe that every time she shoots it, it's going to go in. But for her to finally feel that and see that and play with so much confidence, it's big for us. We need her. She always does the little things that don't show up on the stat sheet, but when she knocks down shots, we're a different team.
Every win like this builds the mental toughness that separates good teams from great teams when the playoffs arrive. The Fever faced adversity with injuries to Sydney Colson and Arie McDonald. They could have folded after back-to-back losses to Phoenix and Los Angeles. Instead, they found ways to adapt and overcome. That's championship DNA being formed in real time. The team's ability to share the ball and elevate each other has been crucial to their success. White talked about the team's interconnectedness and their willingness to support each other. You see it in how they celebrate Hull's made shots. You see it in how Mitchell stepped into an unfamiliar role without hesitation. You see it in how Boston keeps everything together defensively.
Yeah, I mean, I'm proud of this group. I think we've shown all season long, they're resilient, they're connected, they pull for each other, they enjoy one another, they celebrate one another, and, that stuff alone is good for 10 to 12 points a game. And, for this group, the way that they share the ball, how unselfish they are. I mean, I'm really proud of them. It's not been ideal circumstances all season long, but they've shown the character of who they are. They've been resilient. They've responded to adversity, and they continue to elevate one another. And, I couldn't be more proud of this group than I am at this moment.
The 2025 season isn't just about making the playoffs anymore. It's about making serious noise once they get there. This Fever team is building something sustainable that goes beyond just having talented players. They're creating a culture where everyone knows their role and everyone is willing to sacrifice for the team. But first, they had to finish what they started against Chicago. The Sky were about to learn just how dangerous this team has become.
I think it just says a lot about who we have as human beings. That was one of the things that we made a priority in the offseason of, who we bring into this organization. Number one, quality human beings, selfless human beings that want to pull for one another, that understand. We have this depth for a reason, and sometimes it creates challenges getting people on the floor. But in situations like this is why you have it. And I'm just, you know, she's right. I mean, as a pro and as a pro coach, you know, this is one of the most connected groups I've seen. I mean,
what started as a basketball game quickly turned into a statement performance that reminded everyone why the Fever are playoff bound. The final score read 92-70. That's a 22-point blowout against a team that desperately needed a win. The fourth straight victory over Chicago this season wasn't just about winning. It was about sending a message to every team in the league. Chicago is headed for the bottom of the WNBA standings for the second year in a row. This wasn't just another win. This was proof that the Indiana Fever have built something sustainable and special for 2025. Comment Fever Show down below to show your support for Lexie and the Fever. Like, subscribe, and turn on all notifications so you never miss out. Click the video on the screen, and we will see you in the next one.